What's good, everybody? Zex here. So to continue on with where we left off, Nuke and them were shot off their tames heading to the artifact cave on Carno Island. They didn't expect to have a massive turreted base there. Well, once they got everything situated, they realized they weren't going to be able to get their creatures or items back. They reached out to the Alpha tribe on the server, and they had asked them to help them figure out who's there. But no matter who was messaging these people, they would never get a response. It's like they just flat out refused to respond. They just didn't care. Well, the Kingdom and the Alpha tribe were already a little bit weakened and not at full strength, having to just deal with the most recent issue at the volcano. So they didn't want to just stir up problems. General rule of ARC anyway is always keep an eye on where you're going, because turrets can be placed anywhere. Well, the problems there were just beginning. They had noticed a severe decline in players on the server. A lot of the smaller tribes, the Beach Bobs, no longer were getting on at all. And one of the most known Beach Bob tribes were called the Thatch Hut Boys. They only built in thatch and they preferred to stay small, but they were very socially active amongst all the tribes. They had reached out to Nuke and the Alpha tribe and let them know that they won't be able to play on the server anymore as well. Apparently, whoever that tribe is on that island, they were going around and handcuffing. They were drugging and handcuffing players from smaller tribes and locking them up in a cage, and then overweighting them with stone so that they couldn't kill themselves. They can't do nothing. They literally were stuck. So a lot of the players decided they were going to just go to a different server. But the Thatch Hut Boys wanted to notify the Kingdom and the Alpha tribe. Well, they still kept trying to reach out to this mysterious tribe that were causing these problems. But still, no response. One night, while everyone was on, they had gotten a message finally from this group introducing themselves as a tribe called 99 Problems. Now back then, 99 Problems, when this had happened, they weren't as known as they are now. 99 Problems is one of the most known and notorious mega tribes in the ARC community. Now back then there were many different factions to 99 Problems. A lot of them. A lot of factions to it. Well, they had reached out to the Kingdom and the Alpha tribe and let them know that they are there to take over that server and claim it as their own, one of their own. And they wanted the Alpha tribe and the Kingdom to essentially become a younger sister tribe for them, like an initiation until they trust the players to join the main tribe. Well, the Alpha tribe and the Kingdom absolutely did not want that. They didn't want to give up what they were working towards, and they didn't want to give up their server. So they told them essentially, go fuck yourself. Well, that same night, when everyone had gone, when the primary people of the Kingdom went to bed, a raid was launched on them. And when Nuke and them had got back on, they noticed that the whole place was not burned down. No. One wall was destroyed. The turrets were drained of all bullets. And then everything inside was cleared out. They knew that even if they rebuilt, this mysterious tribe, 99 Problems, somehow knows how to get past the defenses, even being built on an island. So, they knew if they built anywhere else, they'd be an even easier target. And they know that by themselves, they can't take on 99 Problems base on Carno Island. So Nuke had went to the Alpha tribe and said to him, "We would like to all join your tribe. You've known us for a while. You know you could trust us. Let us join the Alpha tribe. And maybe we could defend against and get rid of that tribe causing the problems. Because we can't rebuild our tribe until they're gone." That's the sad truth of mega tribes as it is. If they have that kind of advantage, no amount of rebuilding is going to stop them from clearing through. Your best bet is to just get them out of your server every time they appear. But they didn't really know much about mega tribes back then, so to them, this was just a big tribe becoming a hassle. Well, Alpha decided to take him up on the offer and let the kingdom merge in, at least until they got rid of this 99 Problems tribe. Well, that did no good. That same day, 99 Problems didn't even try to hide it. They stormed right up to the Alpha base with everyone on. They stormed right up there with their creatures, but more deadly, the Titanosaur. And they just bit by bit started taking them out. Well, if you've dealt with the Titanosaur nowadays, it's not that difficult of a creature to fight against now. Back then, he was even more deadlier to be attacked with than the Giga. He was almost impossible. I mean, you have one of them come to your base, you gotta pray. But the Alpha tribe fought with everything. They fought with everything, down to the last guy, down to the last dino. Everything they possibly could do, they did. But at the end, there was nothing they could do, because every time they would kill something, more of them would appear. The fight against the Alpha tribe lasted probably a good 2 weeks worth to 3 weeks. Obviously not with the Titanosaur, that was just for the first initial attack, but it had lasted for so long, but the Alpha tribe could never make headway, because even with the battles they won, 99 Problems never seemed to run out of dinos or ammunition or gear. And they kept up the attack until finally the Alpha tribe had no resources, gear, or dinos to even fight back. 99 essentially just walked through them once it got to that point. The server was lost. The kingdom on that server was no more. The Alpha tribe, no more. 99 Problems had completely taken it. Well, Nuke and the leader from 99 Problems decided that they wanted to still play the game, but this server obviously is too dead for them. So they decided to move to a different server, but instead of staying in the same tribe, they wanted to rebuild what they had before. So when they got to the new server that they had picked, it was a server that was ran by one of the original Alpha Tribe's friends, claiming that the server was relatively safe enough for them to build in with no problem. So Nuke and Topside took their members and started rebuilding the kingdom. And the other tribe decided to name themselves Ragers. And everything finally started to settle down, but Nuke and the Ragers wanted to take their server back. That salty taste in their mouth, they were very unhappy with. So they had decided that they're going to get to a point where they can go back to that server and take back what was taken from them. Well, I will leave it there for now. Thank you for listening in. I will release the next part of it soon. And as usual, get good.